Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let's talk about another indicator. Today I want to talk about stochastic indicator. Let me add it to the chart. I'm using trading view chart today, and we are looking at euro, US dollar, and 4-hour charts, which is our preferred chart anyway, euro, US dollar. Okay, let's go here and find stochastic. Okay, here you can see it. I've added to the chart. You can see this is how it looks like. It has some settings which you can change if you wish to. We have upper band and lower band. Preset numbers are 80 and 20. And also we have K% and D% smooth. So depending on the smoothing, if you want to get less or more noise, you can just change this, and you can see that if you put bigger numbers, you have less noise, which I kind of prefer compared to when you leave it at the preset, which is 3. So here you can see you have more and more noises and lots of false signals. So maybe you consider to change this if you want. You don't have to take it to 9, even 6. Make it a bit more smooth, and then you get less false closing or open signals. Okay? By doing that here, you might lose some early signals, but anyway, eliminating the false signals is our aim in this setting by increasing up to 6. And also you can change the period and the other ones, K%, D%. I don't want to talk about the formula, how to calculate these things. I just want to show you how to use this indicator. Stochastic oscillator is a momentum indicator. So some people just refer to these two lines, 80 and 20, as overbought and oversold areas, but yeah, in the range market, maybe that's a good term to use it, but in trendy markets, I call it momentum. So yeah, if we are in a downtrend and price, for example, here, and we go below 20, it's not that always they are in oversold. Sometimes in very trendy market, it just keeps going, and it means that the momentum is high for sell, and for when we are in bull market like here, it goes here and we have lots of momentum, and you don't want to just sell thinking that okay, we are in overbought area. Okay. The way I use this indicator is first we should figure out what's the current trend. Okay. If we are in an uptrend or we are in a trendy market, which has uptrend or downtrend, and or we are in a range market. Let me add a couple of moving averages to the chart. So moving average, load it, and another one. Okay. I'm closing this. I'm changing one of the moving averages maybe to 200. We are working on the 4 hours, so 200 is good. Okay. Let me just change the color as well. That's good. I'll just make it a bit clear, maybe orange color. Okay, just to give it more, to stand out a bit more. Okay, so as a rule of thumb, as I always say, in trendy market, just trade in the direction of the trend. Okay. So, for example, we go back and start from here. You can see from here we have the uptrend. When we have uptrend, okay, in this uptrend, we dismiss the sell signals. So one of the signals that you can get from stochastic indicator is the crossing of K and D percent lines, so these two lines. So when we have a buy signal like here, when we cross above, then we have a buy signal. Let me just add some vertical line when we have the crossing. As I said, we don't worry about this one, which is this is sell. Just go for the buy signals. We have one here. Then I'm just going to find another one. This should be here. And if you keep going, you can find more and more buy signals. If you are in trendy market, doesn't matter, you can just even listen to these ones. But normally, the buy signals closer to the lower band in an uptrend, you have more chance to earn more money. Okay, just checking these to see how they go. Okay, this one, the buy signal starts here, and you can see that it goes up, and you can just close it here when you see that crosses below. But as I said, this is momentum. So if you think, yeah, this is uptrend, just don't close and wait for the lines for the indicator to go below 80, which is the upper band, and then close. Sometimes it helps a lot. For example, I'm just adding another vertical line to show you what I'm talking about. Here you can see another buy signal. Then you open and you stay in the trend. So you open buy here. Then you want to stay up to here, which then both line goes below 80, which is upper band. But if you would have listened to this crossing back, you may lose on some of these gains anyway. But that's up to you guys, and your strategy and when you want to close it and how long you want to stay. But as I said, this is momentum. Don't be scared and don't think that, oh, okay, we are in overbought and it's price going to change. No, sometimes, and I can say many times, if you are in trendy market, these are just showing momentum and just goes up. Let me go and check the place. Here, although we can see that, two lines, maybe it's looks like a down trend, but we can interpret this as kind of side market sometime as well. So in these situations, you may listen to both buy and sell signals, and or if you are a conservative trader, just stay away from trading. But the range market is very safe, and you can listen to the signals. For example, here you go buy even here, although we are in this these two indicators, these two moving averages say that we are in the downtrend. But if you can see that we are in such kind of a range, then you may do this. So just trying to throw a couple of lines here, so you can see. You can see this price goes roughly inside this range. So in these situations, you may listen to both sell and buy. But when you see, okay, obviously here you don't have such a range, then you just listen to the sell signals because we are in, sorry, yes, just listen to the sell signal because the small moving average is below the big moving average. So we are in the bear market, and you should just listen to the sell signal. So we just add a couple of lines here vertical again to make it clear for you guys. Here and here. Sorry guys, sometimes when you just open a chart and try to do the analysis on that, it makes it a bit harder, but a bit challenging as well. So I just chose this euro US dollar and the indicators on this one, and I'm trying to spot the good entry point for you guys. So here we are in the downtrend, as you can see. So we just listen to the sell signal. Okay, we sell here, and then we stay in the trend until he decides to change and go outside of the momentum for the sell position that we have. So when we're losing momentum, then we decide to close. Or some people may still listen to just the crossing of the lines and just close the trade here, which, as you can see, less profit, but maybe safer. And that's up to you. Okay. Something that I can see on this chart, and it's very important when you're using oscillators, is divergence. So you may look for divergence because when you see divergence, you may that means a potential trend change, and I'm just trying to spot the divergence to see. Okay. Here, for example, you can see the making higher high on the indicator, but lower low on the candlestick chart. But as you can see, it's not a divergence, it's not a change of trend anyway. So it worked like a resistance point at this stage. Then, not really. So maybe this one is a good example. Yep, you can see we have uh, higher, this one and this one, higher high, but here we have lower high. So I'm just trying to show you what I mean. So here we have higher high and here we have lower high. Then that's a good indication of potential trend change. As we can see, trend change here, and we are going to change from downtrend to uptrend. Yep. Sorry if the video wasn't, as smooth as I was looking the exact same time as you guys are looking at it, and yeah, that's kind of live analysis, and this is the best I could do. Anyway, I hope you learned something. So just to finish today's tutorial on indicators, as I said, the stochastic oscillator is a momentum indicator. These areas are showing momentum. So here buyers have the momentum, and here the sellers have the momentum. And when we are in the range market, then you can think of these as the overbought and oversold, and just put sell and buy position. But in trendy market, normally they just act as momentum, and you can see here it just keep going up because we have the momentum. So you may wait until the indicator goes below the upper level or goes above the lower end. I hope you learned something. Have a nice day and see you later.